coming off that 6-0 loss in the S&D.
Sure, and just to feed a little bit of information to the fans at home, both squads are running about the same strat. They are each running 1 BAL, 3 ASM1, so the play style should be relatively similar. Obviously, they have slightly different objectives being on different sides of the map. However, the speed of this map should be consistent.
As you see now here with JT inside of purple, turning around, can't confirm the shots though on buzzing there. Wouldn't be too happy with how that one ended out though, as it looks like Mindfreak are trying to get set up for this first hand on that drone. Shocks does get taken down, but Buzzin will grab the drone and instead of heading it in through blue, decides to head it right hand side in through circle. And there's a player outside Wayne there. He's going to go for the single point throw, it looked like, but he will get team killed by Dens, then getting that revenge from the hard point game earlier, it would seem. Oh, his Shocks comes in, picks up one. Can he get the second one? As a player with the drone just on the outside there. He will challenge quickly to pick up the second one, but Joe does have the drone and is going for a run.
Yeah, another team kill coming in. That's not necessarily game-changing, but that is definitely not something you want to have happen, especially not at these Call of Duty championships. Just a little bit sloppy, but if this team can clean it up, you know, they're looking absolutely strong. And PD right now for Aware Gaming is going to be stuck in a very tough situation. Actually able to juke a player out before Shocks is finally able to get that clean-up kill, but Watson is just going to play that to get it reset so they can settle themselves back in and gain some map control.
Yeah, they tried to go for that reset before. I think it may have been Joe, but he didn't throw it far enough. Bounced off the side of the map and back on in. So obviously PD there, 2-piece is going to help these guys out just to get a bit more composure and figure out where they want to do and reset themselves, so to speak, before they had to push out too much a little bit more. We're going to see now JT on our screen, getting one top purple there. Shots going down the right-hand side. He will also find Buzzin, who is now, they're pushing up as a team. Joe does have drone in hand. He's come down in through that elbow side. He's getting very close to this here. Goes for the single throw. It misses it and will bounce off. Oh no, it doesn't bounce off the map. Still stays alive inside the edge. MF should go for that reset, I believe, unless they do just decide to run it out.
You know, we have harped on this and harped on this. I've heard casters say it all the time, is Buzzo's going to reset that one for a 15 or an automatic reset, but this is definitely not the time and place you want to be missing these shots at all. He missed it wide left, and that's just not something you can have happen. So chalk that one up for Aware. One missed shot so far, and I really hope that's not going to come back to bite them in the butt.
Well, I think they hope the exact same thing. We'll find now PD inside purple. Drone once again in hand, coming in through Biolab. He does have a bit of an escort there. One player in the front. Watson will find Fighter there to help him out, keep this player alive and keep him moving with that drone. And they've got 2-player defense on the top of Eskies out here. Joe finds one. Watson finds another. Joe clears it up. Should be a 2-pointer here. Shots coming from the right. He decides to throw it instead. Joe, big 3-piece for him, as Watson also has a 4-kill streak, but there could have been a 2-pointer. He just decided to throw it the last second because he was too worried about dying.
Yeah, I mean, it's the safe play. Obviously, he would have been able to get that 2-point play because of how well Joe was able to slay those people out, even though Joe's your objective player on a 3-kill streak still as well, but before he gets taken out. But still, getting 1 point on the board, just that initial thing, still pretty big for this Aware Gaming squad. It's continually pouring on the pressure. I don't believe Mindfreak has been able to control the drone for any more than just a moment.
Yeah, not much at all. Buzzin did get hands on it. He ran that through circle, then got cleaned up at the same time. So just be aware of that. You know, the guys from Mindfreak have not had any more than about, 10 to 15 seconds of drone time. We'll find out if that's going to change here now. Buzzin looking to get some hands on it once again. He's got a play to his right. Nice little clean up there. Another player on top purple. He just saw him at the last moment there as he did jump out and away. Stun comes on in to blind him afterwards with those canisters. Joe does. JT, sorry, will also find Dan's with the 2-piece. Fighter then comes on out. Joe will pick him up. And this is going to allow this team of Aware to get some handle and once again run the drone.
And it seems like Mindfreak really values map control, as they had control of purple and blue, and they had the player back by the drone, but they elected to not push for any plays quite yet. They wanted to be set up as perfectly as possible, but now you're going to see 2 players go down for Aware Gaming who have just spawned up. But Mindfreak pushing in through purple. Dent was getting near the drone, but Watson was put in a perfect place to be able to stop that before he gets taken down as well by Shocks.
We're seeing now Buzzin on our screens, figuring out what he can actually do here. Decides to go for the drone and perhaps try and get some extra hands on it. Now, he doesn't have that much of a backup going on, and when I say much of, it's pretty much 0 nilch zip. But he does have a few players in front. He's going to try to stay alive. Denz is going to come in for a bit of support here. Denz and Fighter are both there now. They can perhaps grab that drone, go for a run. Shocks hits Denz with that stun grenade. No, Den must have been very hurt for that one to kill him, as Fighter now decides to come back for this reset. It's going to still be 1-0 with 30 seconds left in the first half. What a close game for an uplink.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Dens would have been able to pick up that kill anyway or not. He might have just died anyway. However, in a perfect world for them, had that kill not come in, Dens would have been able to get that. And then they already had complete control of that. And as I say that, JT's going to get 2, and Joe is going to be able to get 1. So Aware Gaming in the final 15 seconds is going to try to make a push, run straight past Dens, not able to get that kill. PD is going to be able to regenerate his armor, and the kills are coming in. 3 down for Mindfreak, only 1 player in position to beat him. But the kills have come in for Aware, and they are going to be able to get that dunk in the final 5 seconds of the match to give them a 3-0 lead going into the second half.
Very good first half there for the Aware Gaming squad, as obviously these guys know what they need to do and just regroup themselves. They've come out of a 6-0 loss on that S&D very confidently, I'd like to say. You know, these guys obviously just threw it off. They're like, okay, it's in the past, guys. Don't look at it at all. Don't focus on it. Let's focus on the next game at hand, which is this current one of Uplink on Biolab. So we'll try and see what's going to happen in this following 5 minutes. As obviously Mindfreak yet to put any points on that board. Aware Gaming are trying their best to get their series lead back and making it 2-1 after this one.
Yeah, in that first hardpoint match, we saw Mindfreak take the early lead and was able to hold that for more than half of the game, but we saw the resiliency of this Aware squad, and they were able to come back to get that 1-point win. So now we're seeing the opposite. Aware Gaming up by 3 points right now. Not a huge lead, certainly possible for Mindfreak to come out, but if they are not resilient, Aware is just going to keep pouring it on. So now we get a test of Mindfreak, and see how well they're going to do.
As Fighter will grab the drone. He's got a bit of an escort here. Dans and Buzzin both there with him. Few players crossing in from left and right. Buzzin's 2-piece is going to help that one along, though. Going to change over now to Fighter. He's got 1 player out to the left-hand side on that defensive side. If they can get that kill, it'll be an easy 2 points here for him. Decides to try and juke him. He will. And straight in he goes for a 2-pointer. The score now becomes 3-2 within the first 50 seconds.
Yeah, that kill on PD there coming in from Shocks on Mindfreak was the clutch play that was allowed to keep Fighter alive so he could drop that ball in for the slam jam. But now Buzzo is going to be trying to rally for another play. It looks like he doesn't have much teammate support. He's completely surrounded by Aware Gaming Squad. Didn't even have a chance of getting off the throw. So Aware, complete control of the drone right now. They're going to be pushing it around all the way through purple. And he does have blockers, although Fighter, was able to take out PD very quickly.
Yeah, you got Joe up top there on top purple. He's deciding to retreat back a little bit here, trying to get inside, but he's got players all around him as well. Resets that armor, decides to get rid of the drone here, needs to get his gun out to try and help him get a few little kills. The drone almost rolled back into his collection there. He didn't even mean to it, just like that. It didn't even need that to happen. It rolled all the way down that hill and into his hands.
Bit of that uplink hard timing we just saw right there. Buzzo going to be able to pick up a 2-piece right there. That's going to allow Shocks to now be running the drone. And you see they're going to be actually wrapping this all the way back. They have a player already in Esky sitting on top. I don't know who that is. I think that might be, not Joe, I think that might have been, no, Shocks getting rid of the drone and picking that up. Now he's picking up the drone again. So he's doing this all by himself. And it looks like he's going to be doing the same thing, just throwing the drone and resetting an armor, going for the dunk. And he connects with that. So they are now going to be up 4-3, Mindfreak with the comeback.
I think Shocks was trying to pass that to Dens there a second ago. Dens was the man on that top Esky. He's working that bit of a defensive side for him to try and let him to come that through green to red. And just like that, he threw it at Dens, but Dens had died, so Shocks didn't know what exactly to do. He decided to pick the drone up again and go for another run. That's what we saw that happen. So Dens right now will grab the drone instead as they try and clean house. He's going to go for a very long throw there. Not sure if he's got a team. He doesn't have a teammate down in that vicinity as well. He will grab it. He should be able to put it up in for another 2 points. And just like that, they go in again. Buzzing with that nice little pass to him. And Dens' 2-piece to follow. 6-3 the scoreline.
Yeah, and Dens is also on a 4 streak, and they continue to rally this. And you see that overextension has worked out greatly for them. But now the drone is going to be pushed up through corner. They're going to be throwing that in the face. They have completely control of that uplink. Mindfreak, another 2-point play. Now they are up 8-3. Mindfreak coming back with a vengeance.
They are indeed. They had Joe with a team kill there on JT at the same time. Joe does have the drone, however. He's pretty much open out this left-hand side. There were 2 players coming quickly over that green side, though. 40 had the escort needed. Watson is there. There's the teammate as well. And they'll put a 2-pointer in their own. 8-5 the scoreline. A minute 50 with 3 points. That difference. About 6 points have gone in the last minute and a half.
Yeah, and Aware Gaming did a great job right there as they were able to get that 2-point play within 20 seconds of Mindfreak cap, and that's because too many players were alive in the base of Aware that were on Mindfreak's team, so Aware able to overextend very quickly. The players from Mindfreak couldn't get back into place to stop that. So, again, PD with 5 caps right now, but Buzzer with 4. Fight and Shocks each have 2 apiece. Mindfreak still with the lead, minute and a half left, but anything could happen at this point.
As we see this there, 8-5, that scoreline is. PD does have the drone as they try and push it out there. They just get dropped straight away, so Joel regain the drone at the same time. He'll try and run it now is looking at the mini-map, left-hand side, bottom left-hand, and you will see 3 players all lined up here. They should be able to get this one in. No one realistically there to stop it, and I think Mindfreak were aware that they were spawning inside of red. They weren't going to worry about it. They worry about the reset here. If they can get control of it and quickly push it out, they should be able to get those 2 points in revenge. But 8-7 that scoreline, it's a minute left, and what a close game.
And I really like what Mindfreak did there, but now we're going to have the drone carrier Watson pushed up. His defenders, or his attackers for himself, do end up going down, but it looks like he might be going for this big crane toss to tie this game up. There is someone in interception that's trying to go for the interception. He's going to get the toss off. He does connect with that. So now we're going to have a tied game with 30 seconds left. Aware coming up clutch after Mindfreak just made a huge run.
You called a 1-point game before. It's looking to be that way. They've got a few players out and around here right now. Mindfreak is going to be dancing with the drones. The 4-player down right now. This is Mindfreak's best chance, best opportunity. They have to watch this left-hand side. JT comes up big, gets 1 kill. Stunts come out. Denz is still alive with that drone in hand. He's not too sure. Goes for the 1-point throw. Highs it high. Overshoots it. Does it bounce back? It looks like it did. 9-8. 5 seconds left on that scoreboard. There's not going to be enough time to do anything with it. Mindfreak, a 1-point game. Chance said it, and he's come true. I can hear the guys in the background there. They're also enjoying it from what that bounce just did.
That is one of the most insane bounce, whatever it's called, not even an alley-oop, but just off the backboard, that is Snow to get that to bounce in. And I do want to point out, I don't know if you remember at the very start of the game, Aware had 1 missed throw. It would have been tied up at the end, though, so they would have had a 1-point lead, and all the pressure would have been on Mindfreak, but they had nothing to worry about. It was either going to overtime or they're going to get the win, and they were able to come up clutch at the very last second within 5 to go to get that bounce back in. That's absolutely insane. These respawn games are just incredibly fun right now.
I honestly thought that was heading to an OT. You know, I thought when I saw 2 players of MF go down, and the Aware guys had 3 on defense, that Denz there's no way he's going to get that in. Like, there was no way he's going to get a 2-pointer. He just looked up as high as he could. He had to challenge for the interception. That's why he obviously looked up as high as he could and throw it as high to hope it would come back down and fall it in. Because you could see the Aware guys, they were hoping for the interception just to stop it and force the OT. But what a game indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we come back after this short commercial break. CTF on Biolab, it would seem, between Aware Gaming and Mindfreak with the current series score of 2-1 to MF.